Hello! That's a long ass hello. Hello, and welcome back to Happy's Tech Hut. It was Happy's Hut, now it's Happy's Tech Hut. Isn't that just beautiful? But anyway, I haven't posted in a while, and I apologize for that. January kicked my ass, but I'm back with a new video for you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about remastered games. Why do they do so well, and do they really play on our heartstrings a little? Yes, they do, but now I'm gonna cue the intro. A new intro. Understanding why a remastered game is successful also requires you to understand why that specific developer decided to remaster that specific title over any other game that they have released in the past. In order to be a successful remaster, game developers pick the game that they're remastering very, very carefully. And normally, games that are successfully remastered and re-released into the wild meet one of a few requirements. Either they had quite a large following, quite a huge release that was well received and developed a community that is still somewhat passionate and nostalgic about the game, having played it for many hours, enjoyed it, and had many key memories playing that game. Or the game was well received and innovated, sort of setting a standard for future games of that genre, or evolving mechanics that were later adopted by other games in that genre. A good example of this is if you look at Warcraft 3 Reforged, which is probably the most recent of any big remasters. That game, I grew up playing Warcraft 3. It's one of the 3 games I grew up playing. It is possibly the first game I ever learned to play. It's either that or Counter-Strike 1.6. Okay, and playing that game, I have so many memories. And I know a ton of people who I used to play with as a child. I used to go to LAN parties, and that was the go-to game. It's the game we played the most. And it's the case for so many people. Warcraft 3 was successful. It was a well-made game with a very good following. People adored it, they had a good acceptance of it, and it also sort of innovated in a lot of real-time strategy game mechanics. It set the trend for how the game should feel and how the game mechanics are implemented for a lot of real-time strategy games that came after it. Another more well-known example would be the Halo games. Halo 1 did get a remaster, so did Halo 2, and I believe you could call the re-release of Halo 3 and Reach on PC in the Master Chief Collection a remaster as well. But that's because Halo also innovated on game mechanics and has such a huge cult following. Again, it's a game that most people from my generation and the generation before grew up playing with their buddies at LAN parties and just having an absolute ball with. But the game mechanics, the first idea for how health works in many first-person shooter games like Call of Duty, started out in Halo as the shield. And then it just evolved and became how health works in Call of Duty and a bunch of other games. I had a bit of burpy gas there. Okay, cool. So now we know why certain games are picked to be remastered. But why bother putting all the resources to remaster and remake a game? Because game development is a pretty resource and people intensive task. Well, there's several reasons that make it worth a developer's time to remaster an old classic. Number 1, you can appeal to the nostalgia of your older generation of gamers who are gonna fork out a little extra cash to buy the remastered version of the game. 2, having updated visuals commonly found in remastered games means that your older title all of a sudden looks kind of good next to new modern titles, meaning you can appeal to the newer, younger generation of gamers a lot more easily. 2, you can sort of recycle old ideas without looking cheap. Often, developing a brand new game and innovating can be very difficult and very time consuming. You save a lot of that difficulty and time when you remaster an old title where the mechanics are established and everyone's happy with the gameplay and not be seen as a cheapskate. But then again, you still have to be Then again, you still have to be very careful about what type of game you pick to remaster. Okay, so now that we know a little more about remastered games, we can sort of establish why they are successful. And I have three reasons for this. Reason number one is they're built on a solid foundation of gameplay mechanics and story, because they're just building on or rebuilding an existing and successful title. So they don't have to experiment a lot to actually get the game working, to get the game enjoyable, and a developer can easily just punt it out feeling very confident that their game is going to be a good game. Better than the original? Sometimes. Sometimes not. Most of the time they're just as good as the original. The next reason being they appeal to emotions. So when you had a really good game that had a lot of impact, especially when you're younger and you've just gotten into gaming, when the re-release comes out, you're hit by a flood of nostalgia and good memories, as is the case with the re-release of the Halo games for me and Warcraft 3 Reforged. I'm gonna mention those a lot because those are the two biggest ones for me. But those memories and things really just appeal to me on an emotional level, and then being able to run it on my new system looking even better and running even better means that I'm just going to feel happy just to own the remastered version. It appeals, so that contributes largely to the success. And the third reason sort of builds up on that is you already have an existing fan base when you put out a remastered game. Having an existing fan base and an existing good reputation for your game. So the newer, younger generation you're now appealing to is hearing all these amazing things from the slightly older gamers that played the original version of your game, and they're like, wow, this sounds great, I should get it. Maybe not quite like that, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Anyway, thanks for watching. My social media will be linked down in the video description. Be sure to give that a follow. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment telling me how you think I can improve my content. And if you're interested in the state of this channel and just want to know what's happening with me and the channel, as opposed to just enjoying a video, just stick around after the outro. Okay, so this is a more personal part of this video. So I think I might have said it in my intro. I haven't posted the last 2 weeks because January really kicked my ass. I had issues both at work and at university, just trying to wrap up my degree. But now that's over. I'm hitting a brand new period of my life where I don't know what I'm going to be doing now. I mean, I've never really known what's going on 100%, but I've always known what I was doing. I was trying to save up money from house sitting and working in a shop as a shop assistant part-time, and trying to get a degree so that I could just further and better myself somehow. But I've reached a point where I can no longer just keep working that part-time work to earn an extra buck to pay for a textbook or a drink with my mates. I'm going out to apply my degree. I have my degree now, but I don't know which direction I'm going to go, and I have so many possible directions. I don't know where I'm going. And this YouTube thing, it's been something I enjoy, and I'm not going to stop doing it. I love it. I have so much fun making these videos. I put a lot of effort into these videos, but because life can get busy sometimes, and this isn't paying my bills, like, I'm not doing this full time, but I want to still put out a weekly video or two. I'm going to start working ahead. I'm going to start just recording 2 or 3 spare videos that you can just pop out at any time in case life gets busy, along with my normal recordings. So this channel is still going to go. I'm still going to get weekly content. I've got a plan to make sure that these 2 weeks where I just didn't have time to breathe, if that ever happens again, I can still get a weekly video out. And obviously the channel has changed. It's no longer Happy's Hut, it's Happy's Tech Hut. And the reason for that is because if you go say, oh, I'm watching Happy's Hut, someone's going to go, that sounds like it could be about anything. Whereas if you say Happy's Tech Hut, you at least get that there's something tech related, because my channel, I am talking about tech and gaming things. I am going to sort of relax a bit on my gaming videos. I'm not stopping them. Cold Crispy and I are still going to complete the 100 days of Minecraft Survival. I'm still going to complete Buttfight on camera. I don't know if I'm going to put every episode out though, because I just don't feel very talkative when I play Buttfighter. I mean, I enjoy the game. It's a fantastic game. Really props up to the devs. But yeah, so this channel isn't gonna, hopefully, won't go through another 2 weeks without videos. Hopefully it'll get an upload schedule. If this channel ever grows to a point where I can make a living off of it, because right now I am a tiny YouTuber, right? I'm getting like between 17 and 80 views a video. It's not enough to live off of, like miles from living off of that. But if it ever does, I'd love to do this full time. So be sure just to share a video of mine with your friends. Leave a comment, tell me how you think I can improve. Like I said earlier, my social media is linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, the few people who do leave a comment. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day, week, month. Have a fantastic period of your life that you're going through. I will hopefully catch you, or you will hopefully catch me in another video. Anyway, thanks guys. Peace.